Hey everybody, how you guys doing out there right now? Can I hear a yar if you're alive and awake still on a Saturday? It took 7 years to get to today. And if you do the math on how many lattes and cups of coffee and stuff, I don't really know. It takes a lot of coffee to raise a village. I got to tell you that. And it's been a privilege waking up with you guys every day. It's something in that thing of waking up together that makes us a neighborhood and makes us a tribe. We've been celebrating the tribe all day today. And the tribe is a way that we call everybody here in the neighborhood. Everybody that comes through our doors is the tribe. And 3 years ago, we started a tribe membership. It was a way that there's so many people coming through our doors, shining a light. And sometimes it comes through through an author who comes to bring their books here, and we get to sell their books. And we make a trade with the neighborhood for that. And sometimes it's through song, through a concert. And that's how we make our business here. And those singers and performers and artisans, they're helping out the tribe. Another way of doing it was something we invented called tribe membership. It was another option so that those of the neighborhood who needed a shovel to help out Soulfood and saw that it takes all of us to hold it, stepped up and became members of the tribe membership. There's two ways of doing that, supporting and sustaining, and Craig and Lily or any of us could answer any of those questions about that. But it's a way to acknowledge the fact that it's impossible to do what we do here without the support of everybody in this neighborhood and everybody in this tribe. So I want to say a round of applause for everybody here that has taken us to get to here today. Couldn't have done it without any one person that has walked through the doors in the last 7 years. Now, to do that, it takes a little bit of strength. How do you do that? You gather your troops. You gather your peers and your brothers and your sisters and the other neighbor boys in town who remember what it's like when we were little kids growing up here and what heart and soul existed within the evergreens. You still feel it as the neighborhood grows and as it changes and people move here and they get the same kind of glow. Well, that glow started in the evergreens here, started long before us. And if you grew up here, you know it. And you still go out to those evergreens to find home. A good friend of mine, a person I call my brother, Chiokten, or Paul Wagner, has been one of the brothers to help keep us on our path here through the last 7 years by bringing in his stories and by bringing in his family and his flute. He makes the flutes that we sell, the drums that we sell, and helps us remember of where we're from. So I'd like to welcome back to our stage another local boy, Chiokten, Paul Wagner, to our stage.
Well, it's sure good to be here in this home. And I'm so thankful for Clint and Sarah and all the work that they do here at Soul Foods and everybody who works behind the counter and out here. So thankful that we can share together and laugh and smile with each other. It's always a pleasure to come to this place. My name is Chiokten. I'm from Saanich, which is Canada. How many ever been to Canada? Quite a few people, eh? But that's where I'm from, Vancouver Island. That's our tribe. But we're all Coast Salish people here. And right here where we're at is the Stokelbuth people. Can you say Stokelbuth? At the end, you have to go. You have to make a smile. And then you put your tongue behind your front teeth and blow air out the side of your mouth. That's right. That's one of the easier sounds in our language. But there are some pretty difficult sounds. But the Stokelbuth people, I've lived here for a long time, and I'm thankful to be here on their land and to share music and songs. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to start with a flute song. And, okay, I'll just play solo on this one. Aishka, thank you. I wanted to share a quick story. I've lived here a long time in Redmond, and I wanted to share a story about growing up here. Redmond was a lot different place a while back, not so long ago. My father has a lot of good stories about growing up here in Redmond, but we grew up here. I mean, my friends Chris and Rick grew up right down here on the slough. Did you guys know that that is the official name of the river? The slough. But it has a fancy name now. It's called the Sammamish River, which is very interesting too, because my cousin told me, I asked him, what does Sammamish mean? And he told me a story about how there was a man from Samish who was married to a woman here in Stokelbuth, but then they broke up, and after they broke up, somebody asked him, hey, what's the name of this place? And he said, it's Sammamish. and that means owned by the Samish, because it wasn't a very good breakup, so he gave it an interesting name like that. But anyway, right here, have you guys ever seen the trestle, the bridge here? Yeah. A long time ago when we were just kids. If you're listening to this story, could you say habu? Could I hear you say habu? That means we were listening. It means you haven't fallen asleep. And because they had epic stories a long time ago that were 7 days long. So you had to participate. Otherwise, maybe you would fall asleep. So anyway, a long time ago when we were kids down here, we used to love to go across this trestle. And we'd go across that trestle, but sometimes a train would come. And so this one particular time that we went out on that trestle, Rick and I were at this end of the trestle, and Chris had gone to the far end of that trestle. And when he was way out there at the other side, I heard something. It was a train. And I yelled, train! And Chris, he looked, and he knew it was coming from the other side. But he didn't have time to run towards the train to get off the trestle. So he turned around and ran towards us. But the thing that I didn't tell you is that we used to hide underneath the trestle. If you go and look at the trestle, it's probably still there. There's one tie missing right on this left side, but still out in the middle. And you could actually crawl down inside and get underneath, and we'd sit underneath the trestle inside of the steel girders while the train went right over the top of our head, and it was really fun. It was super loud, and the whole thing shaking and dust's falling down, and we're just like, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. We're crazy kids. But so anyway, Chris is running, and we're just encouraging, come on, run, just encouraging him, and he's running as fast as he can across all the ties, across the trestle, and the train's coming around that corner, and it was amazing how fast he was running. But we got down inside the hole. Rick and I got in there, and I popped my head up to the hole and just kept saying, come on, and he was running, and he dove, and it was hard to get into this hole. It was I had to squeeze in. Chris was a little smaller than I was, but I swear to you, when he came running, he jumped straight into the hole, and he landed right in front of me, and the train went by within a half a second. It was incredible. But so we survived. Yeah, we did. We were very crazy, though, and I don't encourage young children to be as crazy as we were, but this was a good place to be crazy. It was a very magical place, and we always thought that we could find whatever we needed in the slough. We would always find bicycles. We found whole coolers full of candy even. That's what we told our folks anyway. We found it in the slough, honest. So anyway, I'd like to just go ahead and sing a song to give thanks to this home, because that's what this place is. It's a Eitlang, a good home here, Eitlang. And so I want to try and warm this home up with a song. They always bring out a song when they're in someone's house. But this is all of our house here together, so we can share this home together, and we make this home what it is. So I'm thankful for that. Just sing a honor song. Oh, could you clap your hands and help? And sing along a little if you could, even if you hum. Oh, we, hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, 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 way, oh, So thankful. I'm thankful for this home today. And I thank each and every one of you from my heart. Siyam. And that's what that means, you know. Old sign language means welcome and thank you. It also means I share my heart with you, because if you raise your hands, you guys can try that if you want. It feels pretty good. It's like Native American yoga a little bit. And I like to say our elders had really strong arms. You know why? Because they gave thanks for so many things. They're very thankful people. We learned this from the cedar trees a long time ago, a very long, very ancient sign language. And when you do that, your heart is in the middle, and you open your arms, and that means you have an open heart, and you share it with people, is what that means. It also means I lift you up, is what it means, because in the old ways, they would move their hands like this, meaning I'm lifting you up with my heart, with my prayers. So I think that's what we do here in this home, is we lift each other up. So I'm thankful for this home here. And I'd like to invite my father and my stepmom up here to help lift us up. So thank you. Hashkasiyam. They're going to play some good music for you.
Is this mic? Yeah, here we are. I think that's kind of a hard act to follow, but I'll tell you a few other things about Redmond. I came here after the big war, and there were 5 Greyhound buses every day to Redmond from Seattle, thanks to the U.S. government, something called the ICC. In order for a bus company like Trailways or Greyhound to get lucrative markets, they had to also serve little whistle stops like Redmond was. There was one grocery store, so-called, that closed at 6 in the evening. And this is Saturday night, so we would be, Saturday night, we would be about 2 miles east of town in an old tumble-down wooden building called Maury's Auction. And Maury's Auction is where you could go, and farmers were bringing in stuff they didn't need out of their barns or that were half worn out. And all kinds of interesting people would hang around there you could learn things from. And by going down there, hiking or hitching a ride every Saturday night, I learned how to fall trees with a falling axe. I even bought a falling axe down there. All kinds of interesting things I needed to know, and including how to get what you want for the nearest price you could find at an auction. First rule was never bid. Never bid until you think the auctioneer is going to close the bidding, because all you do is raise the cost of what you want to buy. And you also had to study the auctioneers, because some of them would close quickly and some would keep going. They were working on commissions, so they wanted to get more out of each sale. And if you heard them say fair bidding, fair selling before they said sold, you had to jump up and holler your price good and loud, or you would miss it. So anyway, up on top of this hill, which they now euphemistically call Education Hill, I'm dubious about that, but anyway, there's a main road that goes up 166th Avenue Northeast. Well, that was a little narrow gravel hill, and at the top there was a 2-rut wagon road that went to a ranch northeast of where that, I think it's a Baptist church is right now. And one of the old horse loggers in the area told me, he said, because I had an old horse, and I could put a harness on her and pull things, but I could also ride her. He says, if you want to ride over to Avondale, you go down that 2-rut road, and there's a gate. And there's an old guy who lives in a shack down there, and when you go through his gate, make sure you close it, and he'll come out on the porch with his scatter gun and try to run you off. But that is a federal trail, and a federal trail they cannot prohibit you from going on. All the way up 166 and down the hill to the northeast was a federally registered trail called the Avondale Trail. He says, when you go through there, you'll be out on the porch and you think he's going to blow your head off. But he's down there just about hollering distance. So good and loud, before you get back on your horse, you holler something that includes Avondale Trail. Okay, so I ride up there and I get off and I go through the gate and I close the gate. And this guy comes out, and boy, he looks like the FBI gonna let you have it. I says, pretty good day to ride the Avondale Trail, ain't it? Scattergun went down, he went in and slammed his door, and I never saw him again in all the years I rode through his place. It worked. Anyway, there were a lot of Scandinavians around here, and from them I learned all kinds of things about how to cut trees down safely and whatnot. And there were Isaacsons and Carlsons and Johnsons, and those old guys knew a lot of stuff. And if you knew how to get them talking, you could. It was like a walking encyclopedia. And so, for does anybody know what next Friday is? It's the 17th of May. 17th of May is Norwegian Constitution Day. And anyone with Norwegian heritage should know what it is, and if they don't, they will pretty soon, because from Garrison Keeler on Prairie Home Companion, I managed to tape once. The reception was terrible, but I got enough to figure it out later. Something he did called 17 Lines for the 17th of May. It explains the last 200 years or so history of Scandinavia, or most of Scandinavia and Eastern Europe. And it goes like this, and at the end of it, Olimar and I are going to play, right when it ends, a Norwegian piece called Inherred's Pulse, which is a syncopated 3/4 Norwegian dance. And what she's going to be playing, hold that up, Olimara, is a flute that doesn't have finger holes. That flute works on overblowing and half-holing and quarter-holing the end. And it's basically something the shepherds in the mountains in Norway and even in parts of Russia and all in that, through that area, use so that their flocks, mostly goats in Norway, so that they, if they were out of sight of the shepherd, they could hear, and they knew things were okay because they could hear the shepherd playing his willow flute. Usually they were made of bark slipped off a willow. So I'm going to ask her right now to show you what a natural tone scale sounds like on a flute with no finger holes. It's called a seljefløjte. Seljefløjte, willow flute.
Even if it's made of PVC, so it lasts the year round instead of just for 2 weeks in the spring. You know, I need it to this end, I think.
Okay, so now we will get a little history. And there's some references in here to things that happened during the Napoleonic Wars. Sweden was an imperial country. They had the imperial army and navy, and they were competing with Britain to rule the seas. And they owned Finland, basically, and Karelia. And they took, you'll hear it in this sonnet, they took the wrong side in the Napoleonic Wars, and Russia got Karelia, but Finland became independent, so the Swedes lost the Finns. And there's an old joke about why Swedes can't swim, because they lost their fins. Anyway, here we go. 17 lines for the 17th of May. For 400 years, the Danes ruled the Norse. Then they took the wrong side in the Napoleonic Wars. The Danes backed the French, so the British made them pay and give Norway independence on the 17th of May. But the Swedes were mad because they lost the Finns. So in marched Karl, the Swedish crown prince, and he yumped the Norse and forced them to unite with Sweden, though the Norwegians knew it just wasn't right to look up and see a Swedish flag overhead, and the flag was blue, but the Norse saw red, and in 1902 declared their freedom under law. Said the Norse, "You want to fight?" Said the Swedes, "No." Now that's as far as I could pick off a tape, so the rest is mine. Now, the Swedes and the Finns and the Danes and the Norse are the best of friends and at peace, of course, and will be forevermore if we all work green earth to restore. Got on the wrong row. Hang on. Okay, and then now we are going to do an old Swedish sailor's waltz called Kväservalsen. Um, and then we're going to we're going to close with a schottish from. This will be a okay. Thank you. This will be a schottish from Uberkalix.
Which was in celebration of the river not getting
That's-
dammed and continuing to be a river.
That's good. I'm not going to talk anymore, so that's fine. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Olimar.
All right. That was cool. I haven't heard my father and Olimara play for quite a while, so that was a treat for me too. And not many people would guess my father was Gandalf, so. But that's right, I'm half Prussian. So I'm half Coast Salish, Saanich, and half Prussian. Prussians were really the indigenous people of where kind of Germany area. Germans took over. So, yep, that's right. Yeah, kind of Baltics. That's right. And I'm going to invite. Yeah, I know it's been taken over by several places. I'm going to invite Makio up here, my friend from Japan, who's here, and we're doing created our little spring medicine tour together, and it's music, and she's a wonderful singer-songwriter. So please welcome Makio.
Thank you, Paul. Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Makio. I come from Japan. So I met the Paul Okten in Japan. So when he came to his tour, and 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I first time visit in Seattle, and we had a tour. I came here one time, so and today I can sing here in the 7th anniversary day. I'm so glad be here, and thank you so much. And I will sing few songs, and I come from Japan, and then Paul is a Native American, and Japan is a has I study English, so I'm sorry, but Japan has a few native people, and the one native is most North Big Island they live, and they are Ainu people, and the other native people are most North South Island, and they live in Okinawa Island, and I think they are native Japanese still now, keep the native life, and they do a ceremony and the beautiful life they have. So, and I sing the Ainu song today because this song's title is Pirika Pirika, and the song say today is a beautiful day. Today is a good day, and beautiful people gathered. And who is that people? Good one, like this means. So I wanna sing this song first. Pirika pirika tantu shiri pirika ina kuru pirika nunke kusune nunke kusune としりピリカいなくるピリカぬんけくすねぬんけくすねピリカピリカ今日は良い日だいい子がいるよその子は誰だその子は誰だピリカピリカタントゥシリピリカいなくるピリカぬんけくすねぬんけくすねありがとう Thank you I know people do this 3 times. It's a thank you or yeah, like a same the language Haichika. This same like yeah, very similar. The hand hand gesture. Yes. So and yeah, another one was I when I heard Paul said, haha. This word is his native language and means a sacred. But when Japanese say haha, it means mother. And mother is sacred, of course. So yeah, when I heard these words, oh, it's yeah, feel connection or something in there. Yes, in the Japan today is a Mother's Day. You know, United States tomorrow, but I have to celebrate 2 days. I think. Yeah. Yes, and the next song is my favorite song, the Okinawa Island song. And the grandmother sang song for her grandchild. This song is a lullaby. 天からの恵み受けてこの星に生まれたる我が子祈り込め育ていらよいいらよいいらよ愛しい海なしご泣くなよやへいよへいよティダヌ光浴びてゆいりよやへいよへいよ健やかに育て暑き夏の日は鈴風を送り寒き冬来ればこの胸に抱いていらよへいらよいいらよ愛しい なしご泣くなよやへいよへいよ月の光浴びてゆいりよやへいよへいよ健やかに育て嵐吹きすさむ渡るこの浮世母の祈り込め永遠の花咲かそういらよへいいらよほいいらよ愛しい海なしご泣くなよやへいよへいよ月の光浴びてゆいりよやへいよへいよ健やかに育て泣くなよやへいよへいよ天の光浴びてゆいりよやへいよへいよ健やかに育て天高く育Thank you so much. uh, you took a video. Okay. But if you, I wanna play with you. But sorry. But, I arrived in Seattle May 1st. So, and today is my first concert this tour, and so yes. Now, fruit. um, I'm sorry. This song is my original song, and so title is Mamoribito. It's の守り人大地と共に生きる人すべてが血となり肉となり魂宿る強き人あなたは星の守り人空と海のような青き人水の鼓動を聞きながら共に夢見し心清き人今動き出す者たちを祈りに向かい進む道集いしすべての魂は愛でこの星包み込む Thank you very much.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And I think we're just about out of time here, but maybe I'll just play one solo flute song. Maybe actually I will invite our brother here, who is a really amazing musician and very diverse. That's what I love about Clint and my brother. And we're just going to make some magic. That's right. All right. And I'm just going to invite you to play a rhythm.
Yeah.
And this will be an improvisation. Play whatever you like, brother. You can play to anything. Yeah, yeah. So beautiful is this man, and so beautiful is this place. Haishkathital Tsiam.
Another round of applause for Redmond's own Chilton.
Thank you. And my mom, stepmom, and father, thank them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we do have CDs. She's got a wonderful CD called One, and then it's got a new release, and we've got several CDs here that you can buy from the shop. One won a National Music Award, so
Yeah.
look this up. Thank you.
Yeah. Chilton makes the flutes that we sell here, and the hoop. We just sold one of his hoop drums too, and so a lot of the instruments that you see here are made here by Chilton. He's an award-winning album, and starts with the heart of Redmond right here. Another round of applause for Chilton and his family. We're gonna go from one local boy to another. Go from which spans the distance. One is on top of the hill, and one's now down closer to Avondale. You know what I mean when I say Avondale and that part of the neighborhood. And so, Dylan Warnick, are you out there? Can I dare you, double dog dare you to come up to the stage, maybe? And yeah, and see what kind of songs you got up your sleeves, which they might be short songs, huh? Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying. Sure, I got a guitar for you.